Greetings, Diablo Valley College graduating class of 2020. My name is Lisa Smiley-Ratchford, and I'm a professor of sociology at Diablo Valley College. And may I begin by saying that on behalf of the DVC faculty, I congratulate you. We are so proud of all that you have accomplished, and you should know that you have inspired each of us as we have embarked upon this educational journey together. And so right now, we celebrate you. We know that this year has not been an easy one, and we understand that this celebration of graduation may not have been what you were expecting or hoping for. But know that this moment is well deserved because it represents all of your dedication, your hard work, and your resilience. And for all these reasons and more, we applaud you. I'd like to share a brief story with you. When I began my first year of college, I was unclear about my educational goals or my career path. I was a first generation college student, and I knew I wanted to make my family proud, but at times I felt lost, like I did not know how to navigate the new and unfamiliar territory. And I recall going to an orientation when the speaker conveyed to all the new students how important it was to be active on campus. The speaker suggested that we join a student club. So one day I strolled over to the student union, and as I walked down the hall, I read the names of the student groups printed on the placards on the door, and I came across one that caught my attention. NOMO, capital N, capital O, capital M, capital M, capital O. My first thought was that this club was for students who had had enough tests, enough homework, and didn't want to take it no more. I thought, hey, this just might be the club for me. So I went in to find out a little bit more what this group was all about. Well, I was greeted by a student, and I asked, is this a student club? She replied, not quite. This is the office for the Black Student newspaper. So why is it called NOMO, I asked. And she replied, NOMO is a West African term that means the power of the word. I went on to become a writer for the paper and was always so moved when I saw how the words I used in every article I wrote had the ability to reach and inspire a student community. And over that time, I began to really understand the meaning of NOMO and the true power of my own words. NOMO describes how words have a power to generate and create reality. NOMO is the process undertaken by a community to transform itself by boldly naming the current reality and reimagining possibilities for the future. I know that right now you are living in a moment when many of the words that are being used to describe your current reality generate feelings of uncertainty and doubt. And rightly so, I know that many of you are concerned and perhaps even fearful of what the future has in store. But class of 2020, you are in a moment like no other, a moment when your words, your vision, and your actions will have the power to create change in your communities and in the world like it has in no other point in time. So I ask each of you, what words will you use to inspire yourselves? What words will you use to uplift the members of your community? What words will you use to transform your society? As the great human rights leader Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Class of 2020, it is already very apparent that you will be the change. In this moment, you've already shown how resilient, adaptive, and creative you are, and how in the midst of crisis, you can still finish strong. But some of the words that come to mind when I think of you and the impact that you have already had in your communities and around the world sound a little something like this. Dedication, because many of you have worked and served our communities throughout your time at DVC, and you have done all of this while staying true to your educational goals that you have set for yourself. Innovator, because you've amazed us with your ability to keep us all connected during this time when it was very challenging to do so. And you've shown us that social media and technology can open up new ways for us to work and play. And because of your creativity, new opportunities will be available and new doors will open. And perseverance, because you made it through despite the obstacles you faced. And for those of you who had no one come before you, you have modeled what this journey will look like. Not only have you persevered, but you have set an example of what educational excellence looks like. And lastly, social justice. Class of 2020, you are already raising your voices and speaking out against social injustices. And our current reality has shed light on the inequalities that run rampant in our society. But because of your courage, I know that you will give voice to those that yearn to be heard. So in conclusion, I want you to know that even though we are not here face to face, I see you, class of 2020. The entire DVC community of administrators, faculty, and staff sees you. And we hope that you will always have fond memories of your time here at DVC and that you go on to do great things. My hope is that you come away from this understanding the power that you have and that you embrace the words that uplift you and your community. And I hope you live by these words and that you use them to change the world. Congratulations.